normal non-gamers, when they get into like a GTA or something, they prove to be far more brutal and cutthroat than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, I made the mistake of putting in the weapon code for them.
Oh no!
They found the rocket launcher. It's just, this is the sort of person who would have been like, games are bad for you. Don't, and just killing everyone. I'm just watching them going like, wow, all that was inside there, huh?
They repressed the nigga a monster.
What's up, and welcome to episode 20 of Slightly Less Than Perfect. So, what's going on, guys? Here at the Blameless Breezy and the Rechargeable Ryan, so we're gonna get right to it. This, oh no, that's not the one. Yeah, this one. This one's kind of cut and dry. It's out of pocket.
Cool. Well, I'm down for it.
It was, the guy's a gamer, so that's why I kind of wanted to be like,
Not to this house.
So he says, so for background, my wife hates video games. Her hobbies include reading, crafts, writing, etc. I really enjoy video games, making games, etc. During the pandemic, I've gotten back in touch with my friends from high school, and we have gaming nights twice a week. My wife, on the other hand, does not have any friends and is pretty sad about it. Sometimes we have arguments about her being jealous of my hangouts with my friends. I do make time for her, and we do have date nights at home. Well, my wife asked me yesterday if she could join in with my friends this week. This came way out of left field. Like I said, my wife never really plays any video games at all, and we don't really play beginner-friendly games. She knows this. I asked her why she wanted to join in, and she said she just wanted to be around people. She begged me to ask my friends if it would be okay, so I did. Well, none of my friends are fans of the idea. None of them have girlfriends, and there are no women in the group, and we all known each other since high school. Many of them have never met my wife. The idea made them uncomfortable. I told my wife this, and she cried. She told me she's so tired of having no one to talk to and hearing my camaraderie with my friends, and she just wants something like that. She tried joining virtual classes and things, but it's hard to make friends out of the blue during the pandemic. I know it's like to be lonely, and I emphasize with that, but this was a solution. She asked me to ask my friends again. Am I out of pocket for this? I think it's a lot to unpack about the relationship.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think OP ever actually said what his feelings on the matter were, did he? Did he say that?
No, he's kind of the narrative seems like he doesn't want her, though. Want her to be there.
I feel like he thinks that it's not really going to work out. And I can feel like that. Like, if you got some hardcore gamers, then hardcore gamers game hardcore. And it's not going to be fun for beginners to come into.
Yeah. Especially as like because if she played games at all, it would probably be like an easier bridge to segue, but like not have like playing video games at all. The things that kind of bug me though are like kind of the wording you choose to use. Cause for one, like having sessions twice a week with your friends, like a gaming session is like, I don't know, 4 to 8 hours, give or take. Usually, like if you're having a group of people, 4 to 8 hours, I feel like it's a realistic time. So twice a week, you're doing that. But then it's like your wife has no friends. It's just like these things are, I don't know, it sounds very, like a lot of hyperboles in here. Because it's like everything is like an extreme. Like she hates video games. Like my friends since high school that I talked to, like none of them have girlfriends. None of them want my wife to play video games. And it's just like,
I see what you mean. Yeah, it is. There's like a lot of hyperbole. But I mean, with the wife, it seems like it did come to a head to where like she was super upset. So it seems like she might not have any friends. That might be like,
might be like legit.
Here. I like that she's honest she's completely honest about,
like I'm lonely. You guys are having fun. I just want to try having fun.
Yeah. And he should put more effort into helping her out. Yeah.
Because I feel like if you spin it like that, like for the most part, like if you're a gamer, you have been ostracized by somebody at some point for some reason or another. So you like understand the feeling like lonely, being made fun of, yada yada yada, however you want to put it. So it's the fact that like I think if he could appeal to them in a way like, hey bro, like we can just not go super hard today. We can play something a little lighter today. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like right. Hardcore gamers do hardcore game, but hardcore gamers don't always hardcore game. You know, you can dial it back, especially if like your boy comes to you like, hey, you know, my wife's she's having a day, like, and she just wants to like play fucking Pikmin with us for like a couple hours. Like, just keep sucking up, play Pikmin with her, call it a day.
Mm. No, that's an interesting dilemma because I've seen a dilemma before where like the people who are really into something, they want to just really, this is their escape to really dive into that thing. Then when you introduce somebody who's not into that, it kind of slows it down, makes it less enjoyable. So I understand that dynamic. Yeah. And then that person might not be enjoying it either because they can't understand like the language or anything like these people over here are talking about. So I see what Ryan mentioned earlier, like it's just not fun for anybody if this person comes along. But there should probably still be an attempt to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a way to. Because my thing too, like if you're a group of friends that are supposedly your friends, and you ask them to like do you a solid, like have your wife like, I don't know, every couple weeks, whatever, she joins one of these sessions, and they're not willing to do that, they're not really your friends.
True.
Good point. I wish I knew exactly what the other dudes played.
That's what I was saying too, because it's like D&D or something, and it's like it's just not something to get into. Yeah, I get that, but if you motherfuckers are sitting around playing Call of Duty, you can just not play Call of Duty for a day.
I was actually thinking the other way around. I was thinking like D&D is something that you actually could get someone into, since you have basically full control over how it is. Mm-hmm. And Call of Duty is hardcore cutthroat.
Yeah. I disagree only because of the fact that like if someone's been playing a campaign of D&D for X amount of time, you have a new person coming in there and they're like,
that's true.
Oh, hey, you know, we're going back to the Monopoly town. It's like, oh, what's the Monopoly town? Oh, yeah, well, in Monopoly town, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, like, you still get to that same, like, if one person, it affects some person's fun. Like, everyone isn't in the same fun sphere.
I mean, to that point, she could come in, she could watch the sessions that they're doing that aren't finished, that they're still in between to learn how to play. And then he could, you know, kind of explain to her what's happening as they're playing. And then in the next one, she can actually jump in and play. D&D is cool because it's just pretty much like interactive storytelling. And then, you know, you learn these mechanics and stuff like that as you go. It is like a really good game for everybody to play. If it's done right, if the master can facilitate that.
I guess it really ends is like, how willing are your friends to be human about it?
That's it.
Yeah, like when are they willing to jump off their gaming pedestal and just be a human to humor you and your wife?
Just slow things down a little bit. That's always the dilemma with gamers and
like, are they a bunch of that guys?
Yeah.
I mean, like I get it though, because like Sophie and I played games together, and like when we first started, it was very frustrating for me because she's not. Like, we play Mario Kart, cool. Like, even playing field, talk shit, we can just have it, whatever. But we're playing something else and, like, trying to, like, bond where she's playing, you know, getting it into my interest. Mm. It was hard at first because it's like, I'm trying to win, and she's just like, I'm trying to figure out how to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. And it's like, I can get where, like, that disconnect and, like, how I get both sides of it because, like, I was me and, like, I've talked to Sophie about it. So, like, I get both sides of it. So, yeah, like, if your friends aren't willing to, like, at least be like, hey, bro, can we just maybe do a side quest in the dungeon this week, you know, or do something, like, if they're not willing to do that, I need to get new friends, bro.
Yeah. Because it's not hard to jump somebody into something. Even if it's something like Call of Duty, there's always enjoyments that people can have in the activity that you're doing. Because a lot of the enjoyment is just having, like, a social group to interact with.
Yeah, just somebody to talk while you're doing something.
But if you, like, slowly introduce them to the mechanics and you kind of gas them up a little bit as they go.
Well, I mean, if we really are talking about, like, Call of Duty, then that is, like, you can't start off learning FPS with Call of Duty. That's horrible.
True.
That's like starting video games on Demon Souls.
True that.
I don't think it's that. Well, because I mean, like, you had different games. You can still play like you do a closed room.
You know, it's funny. If I wanted to introduce someone to FPS, I'd start off on Minecraft.
I wouldn't. I do like a campaign or something.
I would do Halo. I think Halo is this basic shooter and like all the weird stuff that pops, because everything is derived from Halo anyway, as far as first-person shooters go.
We're talking about someone who's having trouble walking forward with the left stick and turning with the right stick right now.
Katamari Damacy.
But Mario, yes.
That's extremely niche.
That's very niche.
What is a good game to get you control? Because one, your goal is a smaller thing to become a bigger thing, so it gets easier to control as you...
I mean, you're right, but I feel as if that's too niche to expect anyone to know about. When was the last game?
A couple years ago, they had another one.
Well, Katamari?
Yeah, it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It wasn't too far away.
Wow, that's... Man, you don't hear about it anymore. What's up with that?
Because the thing is just... It's out of the niche and it's in the actual gaming sphere, so people that play it now. It's not like it's not Fear and Hunger, where it's the new weird kid on the block and everyone's talking about the new weird kid.
Yeah. Saw a video on it from a pretty big YouTuber that got 1 million views, and I'm like, holy crap, that didn't take long. I didn't.
The beauty of the YouTubes and having 1 million followers or a lot of followers.
But yeah, if I was going to teach someone an FPS, I'd start off with Minecraft, and then after that, I'd move on to Doom. I mean, Doom? Not 2016 Doom. 1993 Doom.
No. I can't agree.
I know why would you do that, so
I can't agree.
Well, because that's not true. That's not true first person, though, right?
True. Doom is weird like that, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what the first... Oh, okay. I go Minecraft first, definitely. And then maybe Duke Nukem 3D or something.
Oh, you're trying to teach them the fundamentals of FPS? Okay, I got you.
And after Duke Nukem, you can throw them into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, because I think once you can walk and turn at the same time and aim and shoot, like everything else is...
Right.
Just add on after that.
Turn, then aim and shoot.
Okay. And what about Portal? Is that too... I've never played Portal, but...
Portal is a little weird. You can tell that it was meant to be a just puzzle game at first, but then when you get near the end, it turns into puzzle action game.
Ah, okay.
They start to shoot at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little dangerous. But maybe they've leveled up the skill by then, too.
I mean, like, even me, I was finding that had me on my toes. That was
some of them later. I don't think I finished Portal. Like some of the last couple levels.
And that doesn't have difficulties, does it?
Nope.
Okay.
But the game has a difficulty spike, but
difficulty levels.
Yeah.
Like settable. It doesn't have settable levels.
No, that's settable. But I mean, like, the game itself, like, has a difficulty spike, but it's
good.
It's okay.
It's pretty good curve until you get to the end, and it's like,
gamer
hard.
Yeah.
Okay. It does get gamer hard.
And I just didn't want to do it at the end, because, like, I wasn't in gamer mode playing the game. I was just in, like, leisurely puzzle mode. And so when I got the gamer mode, I was like,
I agree. Portal 2 was better about that. It never got gamer hard until maybe the final boss, technically. Did.
That did have a lot of phases. I got watched at the end of Portal 2. It had a lot of phases and a lot of stuff to do, but...
Yeah, I think I'd actually start them off on Portal 2 instead of 1. Which is weird to say. But, yeah.
Yeah, something simple, visually appealing, with a good concept.
Yeah, and I feel like as gamers, like, you should be able to accommodate that. Because, I mean, to me, myself, like, if you're a true gamer and someone comes to you and says they want to get into video games, you should be, if you are a real gamer, you should be able to get them somewhere. Like, point them in a direction, like a couple different games or something that they might be interested in.
But you also have to be a good person to do that.
True. You can't just be like, go play Call of Duty, it's great.
Elden Ring.
Oh no, don't start with Elden Ring. Or do if that's your type of stuff that you're into.
Right. Have you ever heard of One Dangerous Zombie?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've had a lot of these. Well, I got a lot of nieces and nephews, and I've always had to inch them into gaming in various ways. And my nephew's kid was a Ghost Simulator. That was a good bridge.
Those are some really good games to get people into the different genres for.
Yeah, but specifically kids, because you can't just take, you dating a girl who doesn't play games, y'all just...
Can't just give her Goat Simulator.
Ball out on Goat Simulator. I mean, it depends on what type of girl you're dating, but for the most part, probably not.
That's not gonna fly.
Probably not. Maybe GTA, actually. GTA is another interesting one, because it's just open-ended.
You can just do stuff. Yeah, so it is nice to, like... Because if you have you're in the story or whatever, GTA is something you can just turn on and not just do nothing a couple hours and just go away.
Literally, one of my nephew's cousins, he just like rode his car around. He didn't do any like bad stuff. And then when he like accidentally hit a car, he would go to the paint spray to fix it. It was the most boring GTA playthrough I've ever seen.
But he was having a blast.
Something I found that's really funny? Like normal non-gamers, when they get into like a GTA or something, they prove to be far more brutal and cutthroat than anyone else. Like, I can't remember who it was, but like the first non-gamer that I got into a GTA, I got him into GTA, and I made the mistake of putting in the weapon code for him.
Oh no!
They found the rocket launcher. It's just
kill all humans.
Kill all humans. And I'm sitting there. This is the sort of person who would have been like, "Games are bad for you. Don't." And just killing everyone. I'm just watching them going like, wow, all that was inside there, huh?
They're repressing the inner monster.
Yeah, because it's a certain amount of morality you take on. Like when you are playing a game and you are the person you playing as the characters you're playing. So, depending on how you want to play the game, get a little bit of morality. We're like, some stuff you should do when you're this character, unless you're playing evil mode, then do whatever. Do whatever. That's why Infamous is, I always played the first playthrough, normal playthrough, on the good way, and then I play the harder mode on with the villain path.
I think Star Wars was opposite, if you did. Or was it? Because you got some really good stuff with the villain path, but ultimately was the good path good?
Which Star Wars?
Knights of the Republic. You remember how that one went? I feel like the evil path was better.
Play that fake traditional RPG and fake action RPG put together become a pseudo RPG.
It becomes a real something eventually, right? Yeah.
So the good path had, I think like lightning and healing, but the evil path had lightning that could heal you. It had drain lightning. So
I mean, from the little I know about the Star Wars verse in general, the Sith has all of the cool powers.
Yeah. The Jedi,
you got force healing, right? That's it.
And that's not even canon.
Jedi get like push.
I think they all get push.
I think that's a default
telekinesis. Yeah, I think they get battle meditation, which I think Bastila and Yoda are like the only two people who know that.
Wait, battle meditation?
Mm-hmm. It for your troops, it makes them like way stronger. I think it connects them some psychically or something. Makes them better, more effective troops.
Huh.
Yeah. And Bastila can potentially become evil in Knights of the Republic, and that ability could fall into the hands of the Sith.
Yeah, I had to kill her.
I had to kill everybody. Well, I didn't have to.
I didn't ever. That was my first, I guess, BioWare game, so I didn't know that you're supposed to actually, connect with these people. Instead, they were sort of like flesh puppets for me. And I just went through the stage. I just went through the game.
You didn't care.
They had personal problems, but see, they're called personal problems
for a reason.
So eventually, when Bastila went evil, and it was like, "Hey, I'm supposed to save her." Like, "Hey, Bastila, don't you remember the good times?"
There were no good times.
You were like, there.
So I had to kill her.
Yep. Good time.
I mean, oh well.
Everyone died. Except for everyone who wasn't Bastila. They survived.
Oh no, everybody, including Bastila, died in my playthrough. It was real brutal, man. It was like, even the Wookiee and Mission got it. Yeah. Mission was like a 14-year-old alien girl who stole upon
She kind of deserved it. She was annoying.
I
was sad that I couldn't kill her because I played through the good path.
No, not only did I kill her, I had her best friend, the giant Wookiee killer. Yeah, because you could like force manipulate his brain.
No. I thought you manipulate his oath and you force.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, because he has a blood oath to you because you saved his life. and then like you take advantage of that, and at the end there's this like black fade to black screen, and then you hear a Wookiee growl, and you hear her scream. It's so bad. It's so bad. That's the worst thing I've ever done in a video game. Was that? I've done some bad shit in video games. But that was man, the worst.
How'd you guys play BioShock? Why do you play 8 different times?
Yeah.
Did you harvest them or help the little sisters?
I helped them because I knew that the game wouldn't be ballsy enough to actually make helping them be a bad thing. That's one thing that I really want to talk to you guys about, right? Like, there are games, and I'm mostly talking about Undertale. There are games with morality systems where being good only gets you a thank you. Because it's a real morality system. Being bad gets you something tangible. But being good only gets you, you're a pretty nice guy, and that's it. And that's on purpose too.
Yeah.
I think
I've seen a lot of Undertale. I kind of want to play Undertale to experience the various different ways of just stuff that can happen.
Yeah, it's an emotional game. And I love the fact that they take that emotion and they make it so that because of that, that's why you want to do good things. Not because you'll get anything for it.
Yeah.
And they are completely, I call it brutal, about having being good get you absolutely nothing. Except an effect on the world, of the people.
Yeah.
But
you don't get stronger, you don't get no money.
But on the other hand, you can be bad. You can steal that thing, and you now have that thing, and they don't.
Their soul, because you killed them?
I mean, that's one of the things, but...
Yeah. It was a...
I like it. I like morality systems where being good only gets you a thank you.
I like when it's a tangible difference. Like in BioShock, there essentially is no difference by the end of it. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you get like 50 more points or 100 more points for it.
It's very negligible, whatever the difference is.
It is.
And I didn't like that about BioShock because I knew that they wouldn't be ballsy enough to actually have it so that being bad was bad. It was good, and being good was not eventually going to be even better than being bad.
You get like an early advantage with the bad path, but it really evens up really quickly.
Real quick. Because the moment you start struggling, like after you save them, you'll get one more, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here's a bonus for saving 4," and you're like, you get
bonuses pretty often, like 3 or 4 times, right, or 2 or 3 times.
It's like 1, 4, 10, and all of them, or something like that. It's like it's a couple bonuses, but they come in like. Pretty good times, and they're frequent enough.
Substantial, they're goddamn substantial. I was just like, really, because I did the bad path at first, and then when I did the good path, I was like, this is actually better.
Better. After I got the first bonus, I was just like, the bad path is dumb.
Yeah. That's one thing that I like Fallout more than Elder Scrolls for, because in Fallout, when you steal stuff, there's no punishment unless you get caught.
Oh, yeah.
But in Elder Scrolls, when you steal something, then it's always a stolen item, and eventually, if you ever get caught, all those are magically taken away because they know exactly what you've stolen.
Who they came from and everything.
That. But in Fallout, if I see some shit on the shelf that I want and no one's looking, I'm just that shit right in the back. Not in real life. I wouldn't do that in real life, though. Just Fallout.
Just Fallout.
Yeah. Well, it's a video game. It's different rules. You just go in people's houses and take shit.
Break pots and stuff. Steal a lot of rupees. Yeah, normal stuff.
Look up in the refrigerator and shit.
Backstab their family. Backhand their dogs. Do that.
That's a thing that happened. I watched Ryan do it. I watched him kill a whole family dog in Oblivion. It was hand-to-hand playthrough.
Oh, it was a Bethesda game? Deservedly so. I've seen that dog in Fallout 4.
Dog. Because it was the assassin playthrough. He killed a whole family and the dog was there. And he just charged up the backhand, kills the dog, and just walks out. He walks out the house, right? And he looks, and he just stands there for a second, almost has to like get himself together and just carries on.
He did a bang.
get my tie together after this murder, and I'm just gonna go about my day.
Oh, that was a bunch of murders.
A bunch of murders. But I'll be interested in the morality system that was more realistic in a sense of like, not necessarily like doing the good thing always gets you nothing, but realistic. Like, you know, for example, like being in the game, right? The old lady needs you to go pick flowers from her. So she gives you like 5 apples because that's what she has, you know, like that, like stuff like that. And then the other lady down the street's like, I'll give you 4 oranges if you tell that old lady F off and bring them to me. Like, I would like more stuff because Borderlands does a good job of that too with some of the quests. Like, True. Take this gun, either bring it to me and I'll give you this money, or I'll give it to you and get you a better gun or something. You know, depending on what it is. I would like more, I guess, quest lines like that where like, for example, like a quest itself can have branching paths. Like whoever go steal this dice. All right, you took it to Jack instead of Jill. So that opens up something over here. So like morality would be more of the quest line type of deal, more so than just like rewards or lack of rewards, so to speak.
Deus Ex does a really good job of that. The very first one, because your choices can affect every sort of thing. It could change like whole story sections where you go to whole different places depending on what you choose. There's characters that can completely die off. Quest givers who give you a few quests later on could just completely die off halfway through the game. Yeah, just based on choices. So, but that's a different genre game. Those are what do they call those? Emergent Sims or something like that. I love Emergent Sims.
I prefer a handicapped, a neck, like, you know, I don't want to say half-ass version of that because it's not fair, but like a meet in the middle type where you have like action meets these morality choices, but in a quick succession type way. Yeah. Not because my problem, like a lot of problem, like my beef with like BioWare games is like I love the games themselves, but sometimes it's just like you can't just sit and play for a minute. Like you have to like sit and play because like it's the choices you make and the times and stuff, whatever. And I get it. Like it is very well made, and that's just what it's supposed to be. But I would like some type of way, to make it so like you can get these talkie points or stuff like quicker or
the new Deus Ex is that, which is ironically enough why I don't like it. But it is that like especially the sequel to the first one. It is that like you do get the conversation trees, and it does affect gameplay. It lets you kind of circumvent certain challenges, but it's not as in depth as like BioWare. You're not having like a 15-minute conversation with this one NPC to figure
which is cool about BioWare, and I like the fact that you can get to that tent and like get extra lore and like find some secrets and stuff out just by like if your speech is high enough or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like this game has like 100 hours of gameplay itself in it. I don't care about Johnny talking to me for 15 minutes about this. Because like it's cool, yeah, but it's like realistically, I'm good.
Yeah. But that's why I like the first Deus Ex, because it is it's also not as in depth as BioWare, but like they make a lot of that dialogue really meaningful. Like you can really discover a lot of the world just by talking to people. Just like real life, you discover things about the world that you wouldn't normally. It was there the whole time, but you didn't pay attention to it, and they just kind of brought your attention to it, or gave you a password without knowing it. You know,
I do like the Bethesda way where there's so much world that you're not expected to see it all or speak to everyone on that first playthrough, and you kind of wouldn't even want to, because even in there eventually, unless a person is a quest giver, you can sort of see a person's personality, a character's personality, and go like, you know, I don't really want to talk to you, Nazim. You're kind of an asshole, and I don't care about what you're doing in the Cloud District. And, so like, also in quests, I love the Bethesda quests that have hidden solutions. Like, there's this crazy one where you're supposed to rescue this guy from this embassy, and you're supposed to sneak in and do this entire meticulous quest line that they created, or you can go join the army, get high enough in the army to be able to request a pardon for him, get a written pardon, and then just walk in there
hand it to him,
and then just walk right out with them.
I remember that. That was number 4, right?
That was in 5.
That was in 5?
Skyrim.
Okay.
But
I think it was also in either 4 Morrowind too.
Probably Morrowind.
Yeah.
I hear Morrowind was pretty jam-packed with those.
Yeah.
different ways to solve puzzles, whatever.
And I love the fact that solution, there is no waypoints for it, no clue in at all. It is all just, do you realize that this is something that you could politically do or not? And I love that. But if there's not that many of those. Usually a quest is go here, kill that.
Yeah, and bring back item.
Yeah, there are only few chances to do anything else, and that's why I hear games like Deus Ex is all about subversion like that.
Dude, it's so good. It's like you got all these options, or you just there's an event somewhere that you didn't find out, or it's dialogue based. Like one of my favorite things is you can either ally yourself with like the government or whatever, or you can completely go against them. And there's also other mechanically augmented agents that came before you. You're like nano machines, but everybody before you was like mechanically, but they're badasses. So like you probably don't want to fight them. So one of the ways you can circumvent those fights is like getting their kill switch. You get that in various ways, and then as soon as you say it, when you meet him again, you're killing the dialogue.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, just like alpha, beta, banana, celery.
It's always something stupid too.
Fuck.
I think one of them was like Laputan pudding, and then dude just explodes. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger ripoff too.
That's so good. That's so good. That reminds me of an episode of Futurama. Because when that one episode where Fry and Bender joined the army and they went to space with Zab Brannigan, they were fighting the balls on the ball planet, and they took the bomb out. They took the bomb out of Bender, and he was like, "What word is it?" And he kept saying like daffodil. He's like, "Is it please? Is it thank you?" I'm excited about Futurama coming back.
It is. It is
snapped
for the 4th time, 3rd time.
Damn.
And all the OG voice actors are there.
Damn.
And Bender got them all paid.
Amazingly.
Last time was like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, and I think that was 10 years after the previous 10 years.
When it went from Fox to Cartoon Network.
Comedy Central.
Went to Comedy Central when it came back? Yeah, that's right.
I need to watch all the new Futurama season that I had missed.
Well, the first season is all the 4 movies.
I saw a few of the movies. I know I saw Beast with
Beast and the Billion Backs. And, it was Bender's Gang, which is fun because it's like Bender's D&D story.
Never saw that one.
I didn't see any of the fuck. I didn't have Futurama movies.
Oh. Yeah, they're all really good.
Ooh.
They were really good. And then the season picks up. The seasons pick up right after that. And it had an ending. It had a dope ending. So, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do to... The ending was good as an ending, but it was also open enough that they can definitely come back for more. So, it's cool. I'm all about it.
Hey, did any of you guys see this Netflix series called Disenchanted?
Yeah, it was actually... I liked it a lot.
I saw it up on Netflix. I never watched it, though.
It's... How do you compare it? It's Futurama, but medieval.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and a little bit more adult, too. Like blatantly.
Yeah, blatantly.
Oh, no, Disenchanted. Yeah, that's, because Matt Groening made it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched the first...
I watched the half of the first season.
2 seasons?
Yeah.
I saw the first season, like half the second season. I love the first season.
I like, what's the little demon called?
Oh.
I can't remember.
Because
I can't remember his name.
it's her, Elfo, and like...
Little Bart Simpson, little dark.
Yeah.
Anti-Mark, essentially.
Yeah, him and, what's her name?
Bean.
Tia Bean. They're my favorite.
I like the story in there, because it's like a lot of story in that one.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Yeah.
The story's actually good.
Which is really, really surprising.
It was surprising.
Really surprising. Because it started off as like, spoiler.
Dumb.
Like, yeah, and it was just like, you're just a teenage girl you're just a teenager that wants to rebel. And I was like, oh, God damn it. But it got real deep. And it's a bunch of different storylines and like weaving through, and a couple of the cliffhangers from like season 1 to season. I want to say I watched 3 seasons. If it's 4, whatever it is, I didn't watch all of it, but I've seen a chunk of it though.
Yeah, I didn't finish the first season, but it was really good.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that other one. It was it's something similar to Disenchanted, but it's Sandman. I thought you were talking about Sandman.
Oh, live action Sandman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, like
The
Endless
comics.
Sandman.
Yeah, they made a show.
Is it good?
I heard it was pretty good.
I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, and
I'll check it out.
I can't watch it. I gotta read the comics first.
Ah,
Which I have. I've had those comics for like 20 years. I've never read.
I was going to be like, I thought you had those.
I'm an idiot. Yeah. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Because you bought those before, you had those before you had Watchmen.
Yep. Yep. It's because I have them digitally and I just never.
That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Did you start Berserk yet? Since you got the Super Collector's Editions of them?
I haven't.
that shit is still in the shrink wrap.
It is.
I look at it every time I sit down to work, and I think I should crack that open and read it, but it feels a little sacrilegious.
Dude, you can.
Everything in Berserk is sacrilegious.
It just had me crack it open. You start reading it. Yeah, I'm trying to get through Harry Potter. I should have finished Harry Potter like last week. Taking my sweet ass time.
Yeah, we did book 6, 7 now?
Yeah, the last one. It's pretty dang good. It's the one where everybody's really annoying to each other, and I didn't realize like how just obnoxious everybody is in the last book.
I mean, tensions are high, you know. World's at war. Stuff's happening.
And it's just 3 of them in a tent destroying Horcruxes, and Dumbledore didn't leave them like any sort of plan. And they're just pissed about that. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yeah, Harry Potter fits the shonen motif great. Like, old man gives kids impossible tasks to do that he could have did by himself, but for some reason, he didn't.
And he was like reckless with it, just like Netero from Hunter x Hunter, just like letting these kids just do shit.
He let Hermione have time magic.
Yeah.
And she went back in time to do classwork for like 8 months.
I mean, she's probably like the only character in that entire series who would have ever used it, responsibly.
Yeah, true that. She did.
In my limited knowledge, she's the only mage that is responsible.
Yeah.
She's surrounded by idiots.
I like her thing because she's a naturally born mage. Her parents have no magic, so she's born and raised in the human world. And her passion comes from the fact she just wants to learn as much about magic as she can because she never had it in her life.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool setup. And it's paid off pretty well, too.
Yeah, my beef though with that though is the amount of slurs that were used towards Hermione.
Mudblood.
What's the other one? Mugblood?
Muggle. Yeah, just Mudblood and Muggleborn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Muggleborn is the actual correct term.
And Muggle is actually not a slur technically. It's like the witch's textbook term for humans without magic.
That doesn't mean it's a documented slur.
But the one for wizards without magic is even worse. It's called squib, which just sounds horrible.
Isn't that actually a
squab? I think is.
Isn't that actually a word? I mean, actually
Squib?
an insult.
Squib. I don't know.
It could be an old English insult. Old English insults are hilarious.
Mule and Quim.
Dang.
Mule.
I know that just sounds so bad.
It is bad.
It is bad. Man, I looked that up immediately.
I did too.
I was like, bro, that is all bad.
That is insulting as.
That's still sexist.
But hilarious nonetheless.
God damn, Loki.
I mean, Loki's the pinnacle of ain't shit, so I mean, it makes sense that it was something he said.
God damn, Loki taking that red pill, bro.
Loki invented the red pill. What you mean?
Jesus.
Kind of makes his transformation later weird.
Oh, when he became like kind of nice guy Loki.
It's not the transformation I meant, but
to dead because Thanos
or Lady Loki.
Talking about a horse. What?
Oh, in the actual mythology.
What? Who?
Or the salmon? Or the
dragon or everything else he became.
Wow, he fucks everything.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of like
his kid mythology. Is the world thing, right? The world serpent.
I'm not. Yeah,
it's one of them.
Not Ouroboros, but yeah, the world serpent.
Drummondgunder.
Yeah, Drummondgunder, which I think is the world serpent. Right?
Yeah, because I think that translates like big ass snake. Doesn't it?
Big ass snake that devours the world.
Oh, I think it is snake that eats the world or something like that. Yeah, the word the translation is like blatant. Like this is what this is.
They should have called him Vormungandr.
It's funny though when you think about names in like other languages.
Hey, dude, he's eating the thing. He's devouring stuff. It fits.
Because it would translate to big ass snake, but then you got like Jormungandr. But big like if you are Nordic and you say Jormungandr to somebody, you're just saying big ass snake over and over again. Wow. But it just sounds cooler to someone else.
It has like 2 D's in it, 2 M's. Like it's a very imposing.
You got a couple of the Uber dots on it too.
Couple R's too, right?
Yeah, I imagine several.
No, I think it's just 1 R. But just
you know what the Uber dots are called?
It's like half R's. I don't know.
I don't know what the dots above the U and Uber are called.
Uber Dotter.
Nope.
You just put a German accent on it.
No, I just found out that's, you know how you got like Loki's son? Mm. You also have Loki Dotter. Like Dottr. Daughter.
Mm. Is that like daughter of Loki?
Yeah.
Yeah, Loki daughter.
You have Leif Erikson and you have something Eric's daughter. I can't remember what her name was. Mm. It started with an H.
Helga.
That's probably Helga.
He is probably Helga.
I
don't know. But yeah. Leif Eric's son and someone Eric's daughter.
Mm. Stephanie Eric's daughter. Eric's daughter. Yeah. Huh. Naming schemes were so much easier then.
Yeah, man. You could just do stuff. Like whatever you did in daytime.
My name is John Reddit Moderator.
I mean, but in a way, I feel like it was better. Because you get a bunch of things. I know who you are, what you do, and what we can help each other out with.
Because Will Smith has never touched a fucking sword in his life. Like, No.
Yeah. He's not going to build you he's not Smith.
He's not
going to build you a suit of armor.
No. He can't do that shit. That has nothing to do with him. And his son isn't now Wilson, you know?
True.
It's still Smith. It's confusing.
It is very confusing.
We don't know who the son of Will is.
These documentations tell me, but I mean, like, what happens to them?
There's no logic.
Crazy. My name would kind of be badass. I'd be Mark Haraldson.
What would it be?
Mark Haraldson.
Haraldson? That's pretty good. I'd be Albert Albertson, which would be disastrous.
Tom Foolery.
Disastrous.
Be Ryan Hermanson.
It's not bad. That's kind of because you got man and son in the same. Her man and son. We're children. That reminds me of
Ryan, her man baby. That cat?
Yeah, that's worse. A lot worse. Yeah, she's outside the baby gate.
Huh. You know, I've never heard her speak.
Yeah, I don't know why. She usually speaks when she's hungry or very irritated.
Oh, we've kept her out of this loving.
Her room.
She just wants to be next to you.
I think she wants that couch.
Yeah.
She loves that couch.
If I open that gate, what are the chances that she'll make a beeline straight towards that guy?
Well, she'll probably look at you and walk the other way first, but then she will do that.
No, she's going to climb up there, walk around,
stop there,
be right there for a little bit, and then come all the way around. Look at one of us for attention. Because we both,
facts.
It's you. Like, if only I'm here, she'll come to me. But in the choice between you, me, it's always you.
We must settle this, Mark. Is she still there?
Yeah, I'll wait and see what happens. I'm interested.
The law of meow.
Oh.
I won't look at her though. Oh no.
Oh.
She didn't choose yet.
No, there's the pretending.
All right. So the play-by-play. She came in. She walked over towards us. She walked around the table. Mm-hmm. Come see what's gonna happen next couple minutes.
She is at the table closest to me. Oh, the dog's here. Wild card. Wild card.
Thwap. Thwap.
And now she's leaving.
Thwap. The tail begins to strike.
And Piper's here.
Oh, I forgot that catnip's over there.
Oh. That's what she wanted. We are all wrong.
Yeah, that big plastic bottle she's sniffing. Yeah, that's catnip.
Complete fail.
I forgot because we keep all the pet stuffs in there. So when I grabbed her brush, Piper's brush earlier, that was in there.
I forgot about the giant bag of weed that he left out.
Wasted.
Dang, we thought.
Wow.
So fun facts about dogs and stuff too. Well, dogs don't like the smell of marijuanas, but cats like it more.
Huh.
Interesting. Dogs have stronger noses, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
And catnip affects cats the same way weed affects humans.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know the exact science behind it, but I'm guessing like the smell of weed is similar enough to catnip that like cats are just like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Where dogs are like, that is potent.
All right, here comes Cat.
See what the plan
Where's
is.
she going? She's between us both.
It's okay. There's no question in my mind.
She's between us both. She hasn't made a move yet. Uh-oh. Oh, she's going to the couch.
Hi, Harley.
Oh, she's making a move. Making a move.
Rubbing her scent.
Oh, no. Oh, she's between us both.
She's definitely on the couch with Breeze.
She's between us both.
She's smelling. She's looking for some stuff.
Oh, she's close to Ryan now. She smell Ryan.
Breezy, you're just in denial right
now. No, I didn't. I'm not looking at her. I think whichever one looks at her first, she's going to go there.
Actually, if I look at her, she'll probably want to go towards here less. You know how cats work.
Oh.
You need to know your fear.
Just looking over there.
I guess she look dead in the camera.
She hasn't chosen yet, though.
Breezy hasn't chosen her seat.
This is perfectly balanced in between us.
You don't understand.
I mean, it's not really perfectly balanced. It's kind of like
how cats
70
work.
you.
Oh no!
And then she goes to the seat. Okay. Oh no? Going back down? Alright.
I will say you scared her away when you screamed out loud like a baby.
I did.
Alright.
I didn't want to win.
I guess we ended there. I was hoping we get to see who was right or who was wrong. We'll find out later. We'll let you guys know. But yeah, for the time being, let us guys know what you think. How we're doing. What's up? What do you want us to talk about? Is it something you want to know about us? Is it people you want to know that we know? Do we know you? Do you know us?
Yeah, what sort of content do you guys prefer? Can you guys really give us a good answer on that? Like, do you guys like our shit about gaming? Do you guys like us, out of pocket stuff? We really want to know like what direction to really dive into with the show. We're just kind of doing stuff.
Yeah, kind of doing stuff, kind of whatever entertains us or piques our interest for the week. We dabble in the gaslighting to see what happens.
Those are always good.
Is your favorite topic that we talk about, and why is it Kingdom Hearts? Let us know in the comments below.
Or poop.
Or Elder Scrolls, or...
All right, before we end this, what do you think our top talked about, our most...
Kingdom Hearts. For so long and so many episodes that didn't have anything to do with Kingdom Hearts.
It did always come back to Kingdom Hearts.
And pre-shows, Pokemon.
Yeah.
But that's just what we talk about in general.
Yeah, well, because I've been watching all those nuts like lately. So yeah. Kind of... Yeah, but so with that, thank you guys. Appreciate the subs are always going up. We're still on that road to 1K. We appreciate everybody. Tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your brother, tell your cousin, tell your uncle, tell somebody. Come along for a ride of Slightly Less Than Perfect and see where it goes. Because we don't know. With that, may bed stay warm, your pillow stay cold.
Stay perfect, chat.
Peace.